And we're live. PKA.
Touring, I'm always renting different cars. And so sometimes, 95% of cars have a gas cap in a place that makes sense. And you could figure out where the release is. It makes sense. Every now and then, like there'll be one where they're like, isn't this clever? It's hidden behind the taillight. You're like, but why? Why is it there? And so like every now and then I would have to just be like, where the fuck is this? And so
the Americans still give us more respect. We will show them by fucking with their gas caps. They will not suspect it must be reached under the dash and flicked twice. They will be so frustrated that fat American chest bursts through at the Phillips 66. That's what it will be.
I had a similar thing to Kyle though, where there was like two videos. And one was like 10 minutes long and one was 8 seconds. And I was like, let me look at the 8-second one. And it was literally, they just go, yeah, it's stupid. It's over here. And they showed
I was at a gas station completely baffled. And I don't know what to do. I'm looking around. I'm playing with the gas, like the door itself. And I can't figure anything out. I'm looking all over. And some guy watched me struggle for like 7 or 8 minutes. And then he took pity on me and just walked over, got it for me, and I was really grateful.
Did you see the video where the guy's walking around his Tesla trying to figure out where
yeah, put up a gas in?
Oh, it was so good.
It has to be fake.
Was
right?
it a guy though?
It was.
It was fake,
Shocking.
right?
I don't know if it was fake or not. The people watching it were giggling their ass off and
buys
filming
a Tesla like.
See, that's why I'm having a hard time.
It was like I think it still had the dealer plates on it.
But see, that's even more suspect, right? Like you
should know more.
A salesman just went over this thing top to bottom and was like, "Yeah, and the charging port's back here, and you didn't want the $8,000 charger for your house, so you'll need to do this and that." And I saw a woman. I saw a woman at a gas station the other day, not me with my own eyes, but a video. And she was doing that thing. I'm sure we've all pulled up to the wrong side of the
I've seen that video. That was so good.
But we immediately fixed that mistake. We have enough spatial reasoning to be like, it's on the other side. So I'll
pretty easy.
The other side against a pump. She fails at it 4 fucking times.
The U-turn.
She's and the best part is she's an awful parking lot driver, so she's doing like 8-point turns or something like that to like get turned around. And she, like you might think, well, okay, so she pulled up with the wrong side of the pump. She had to correct 8 times, and then she got the right side against the pump. No, she put the wrong side on a different pump, and then she did it again. And every time she does it, she gets out, hands on hips, and is like, "Fuck, physics is just a constant, huh? All right, well, let's try again."
Of all phrases that woman said, physics is a constant is definitely not one of them.
No.
Dude, sometimes I meet people, right?
Do y'all have any right-handed pumps?
I feel persecuted. What were you saying?
I remember that video because she's the one where like you'll see on like the third attempt, she'll like be first turn into the 8-point turn. You're like, oh, so she's just gonna back up now and get the correct side right on that perfect little slot. Oh no, okay, she's continuing to turn and again and she's back where she started.
It's not
like she had layups.
It's like a calligraphy K. It is the most ridiculous. Like I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Woody?
It's past, but dude, so when I had my Tacoma's a smaller truck, I thought I was good at driving. I was like, I'm a good driver. I do everything I aspire to do. I'm not claiming to be a race car driver, but if I want the truck here, that's where it goes. Then I got a full-size truck. Now, I just warn people, like, buckle up. I'm not very good at this. This is going to be a problem. And thank God it has these like aerial cameras where if you're going slow, you get this like bird's eye view of what's happening. That helps a ton. But I'm better now than I was 2 years ago. But it is a struggle. I don't always get it first time.
I think as vehicles have changed, they do need to change class of license. Like if you don't know how to drive something bigger than a car, you shouldn't be allowed to drive something bigger than a car. Because I see people all the time who have no idea how fucking wide their truck is, and they're in 2 lanes, or they're parking across 3 spots, or like all this shit because they just don't understand how big their car is.
The more
you
spots
shouldn't be able to drive.
that one bugs me because so I'll pull in and I might be on the line or straddling it, but here's the trick.
Yeah,
they let you fix it. Right? You can take a second swipe at it if you want. I'll pull in and I'm like, yeah, that one was kind of a 2 out of 10.
State law. One spot, one try. State law.
Yeah. No, you'll never find me parked badly, but you won't know that was the 4th try.
Did I ever tell you guys? I actually think that you can tell a lot about a person by how much they're willing to fix a bad parking job. Like, you can tell if someone's a decent human being because we all make that mistake. Every one of us, pulls into a spot with, it could be like a street spot where there's, room for 2 cars. You're too far from the driveway, whatever it is. Like, there's a million different ways to do that, but not fixing it is the shit part. And so I was, it was around the holidays and I had to go to a mall. I fucking hate going to a mall around the holidays. It's the worst. But there were no spots and we're driving around. And I see there's one spot. And this guy is parked as if he aimed for the middle line, like for the line in between to go in like under his car. And I was really, really pissed. I'm waiting a while. Finally, another spot opens up. Pull in. This is when I was still married. And so I was like, I'm going to leave a note. And my ex was like, you don't really need to leave a note. I'm like, I'm just pissed. I'm going to write something nasty. I want to leave a note. And so I look in her glove box and she has the envelope from a parking ticket that she had gotten for an expired meter. And so I took that and I wrote the note on that and put it under his windshield. And it said, I hope this momentary panic that this gave you reminds you there are other people in the world. Do a better job next time, asshole. And I was so happy with it. Just the idea of that guy thinking he had a ticket in a fucking parking garage in a mall.
How afraid were you when you were putting it under the windshield wiper, though?
So scared. You have no fucking idea. I was terrified. I was shaking.
You're like, and she's watching too. This could go downhill real quick.
Like, can you block me as much as possible?
I've got a story about it. So when I worked at Cisco, there was a guy who did that every day. Now, my personal take on straddling spots is it's okay so long as you're not taking the prime real estate. If maybe you have a nice car, a new car, something that means a lot to you. So you park in the back and you take 2 spots so no one parks next to you. Knock yourself out. You're going to walk an extra 30 feet, but if it makes you feel better about your car not getting dinged, then cool. But that's not what this guy would do. He would come in and take the best spots available and he would take 2 of them. And I don't know, angry young Woody would see this every day and just get angrier and angrier and angrier. So I Googled for ideas, and the best one I saw was to start putting bird seed around the person's car and on the person's car so that birds would shit on the car and loiter around the car and eventually train birds to just like hang out on this person's car. And I'm like, I wholeheartedly approve of this idea. I even bought the bird seed. Now, I may have done it once or twice, but he stopped. He actually didn't stop taking 2 spots, but he started moving. But I was totally prepared to birdseed this fucker every day until the birds thought his car was the hangout spot. Like a statue.
By the way, Angry Young Woody is a great name for a band. That is an excellent band.
Ooh, I hadn't even thought of that angle on it. But yeah, I like it.
I also don't get the people who will like fight for a parking spot in front of a gym because like you're there to work out and you can't walk an extra 30 feet.
On the other hand, the walk back is brutal. I feel like the harder your workout is, the better spot you should earn. Right? They should watch you and be like, Steve, I've noticed the extra effort you're putting in. We're moving your car up front.
Yeah, they just slowly bring it back.
Yeah, this is
an excellent system. I think this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Some like yoked guy comes in after parking in the back. You're like, sir, no, you're right at the front. You're right at the front. This big fat guy, first day of the gym, he's in the back. He gets the benefit of a little extra cardio on the way in.
I know where you're coming from. Yeah. It's not crazy.
Wait, are you arguing for non-handicap spots? Like you're for able-bodied
I'm arguing for able-bodied spots. And 90% of the front part of every gym is that.
I think the employee...
It's blue writing on the parking spot, and it's just a guy laughing at a wheelchair. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
no, it's a guy overhead pressing and throwing a person in a wheelchair towards a different
just-
spot.
over.
Is overhead pressing a wheelchair. That's what you want. Or actually, you have their 1-rep maxes on there where it's like, I can park here, I can bench 430 pounds. It's like, well, sir, I believe you. Or if somebody's like snipes in and they go, squat 500. I don't think so, ma'am. To the back, and that would help everyone. Because most people can't do lifts like that. Even like people who are super into lifting for years and years and years. Really, what it would end up being would be like a bunch of empty spots and then a bunch of full spots. You know what? Now this system is falling apart, Woody. I'm starting to second guess it.
There should be,
but it's also
valets
similar to that. Like,
valets at the gym who observe your workouts and move your car closer the better you do. Right? Like maybe you get in there, you warm it up, and they're like, fuck this guy, he's going to be a walker. And by the end, when you're doing your massive farmer's carries, your car's in the front window. That's the system I approve of.
Okay, I like that.
yeah, you go in and you do one of those things where you like you just stretch the whole time. You're not working out. You get out and you're like, why is my car parked in Oklahoma? Like, what the fuck?
Bonus for
Because you
leg
did
day.
fake yoga in the middle of the track. That's why.
I saw that though. There was once I was at a restaurant in some small town in Idaho. We're just on our way to a gig, and we stop in this teeny little town. Probably population of 10,000, and they're in front of the restaurant. There are three spots for Purple Heart Award winners. And
That's too many spots.
I was like, how many Purple Hearts have been given out, let alone live in this fucking town? Like I just don't understand, like, how much do they think that this is going to make them seem patriotic, that they're like, you know what, only Purple Heart winners can eat at this restaurant. Then they go out of business in 3 weeks. They're like, oh, we have miscalculated a great deal.
At Cisco, they had so many handicap spots, right? Now I work here, and I know that there really aren't that many handicap people. Like, they were always empty. And there's more than you're thinking right now. There might have been like 38 handicap spots. And of course, it's the best 38 spots at this building. And by the way, the lot would fill up, right? Sometimes you wouldn't even be able to park at your own building. If you were late, you'd have to like park at someone else's building. And it's like, motherfuckers, are we hosting the Special Olympics on a daily basis here with 32 handicap spots? Like, what is this?
You know how you can get in trouble for parking in handicap parking?
Uh-huh.
You cannot get in trouble for parking an expectant mother.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I do it all the
that's
time.
a little life pro tip for listeners out there. You can't get in trouble for parking an expectant mother.
So wait.
Even if you're just...
Yeah, what if you have a beard and you're like you?
That's not a protected group. Fuck out of here.
Taylor, you gonna try
here.
and pull off expecting?
Who's going to call someone out on that? You know what I would think if I saw some single guy parking an expectant mother? I'd be like, that's really funny. I should have thought of that. What are they going to do?
I'm trying to remember who it was. There was a comic who had a bit about how he was hooking up in his car and a cop like taps on the window, and he thought he was gonna get like some ticket for lewd behavior, but it turned out they had parked an expected mother spot, and he was like, "Well, give me a minute." I can't think of who it was. Fuck.
No, that's a good joke. I like that. Yeah, parking as a whole is out of control. It's become too complicated.
I wonder if
Cut all
Taylor's
the
views-
handicap spots in half. Purple Heart winner spots apparently cut it in a third. How often are you going to even have one there? I've never seen Purple Heart parking.
I've never.
I get
I've
it
seen
if
a lot
they're
at
like,
Home
"Hey,
Depot."
Jim won a Purple Heart. We should have a spot for him." Then that's Jim's spot. You don't have to fucking say why. You just put his name on it. It'd be fine.
You know what I like?
Yeah,
Employee of the Month parking. I feel like someone has gone above and beyond at their job, doing it the best that it can be done, and they get a special parking spot. I really respect that guy.
You know what's even more incentivizing than that? Worst employee of the month parking. Which is way the fuck away. It's like by a train station on the wrong side of the tracks. And he's like, God, I really should have taken my calls more seriously. I'm sorry, you're a worst employee park. You're off Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Murder Street.
I looked it up. There have been 1.8 million Purple Hearts given out, so maybe there were 3 in that town. But Although a lot of those guys have died at this point.
Yeah,
or
giving
not
out
driving
total
anymore.
ever. Because most of
They
those,
Yeah,
be
that's
somewhere
total
healing up.
Do you get a Purple Heart
So
if you
yeah,
die?
I don't know.
No. Oh, wait.
yeah, if you
Yeah, I
you
guess I
get
never
that, and you
considered
get
that.
something on top of that.
See,
Wait.
that's bullshit, though.
What'd you say, Taylor?
You get some. You get the. Maybe I'm wrong. I think if you die in combat, you both get the Purple Heart, and there's some other medal for like dying valor or something like that. You get if you actually die. I might be wrong.
Look, I don't think you should get a medal if you died.
Okay, Trump.
Just for dying? Like,
soldiers make it home just fine.
They said in 1962 they changed it so that you can get a Purple Heart after you die. So maybe 3 spots is too many. I'm back in the original.
see,
Back
that's
on board.
bullshit. That's bullshit. If you get wounded and live, all right, that's an accomplishment. You fought through it. But if you just die, I mean, even
There's
in Call
got to
of
be
Duty,
some sort of valor in it. Also, you can't just.
there's no achievement in Call of Duty for dying.
yes, there
But
are.
what if you die? You know,
We named the
they don't
show
give
after
you-
it.
What? That's not
They
an,
don't give you
that's
a-
an achievement, though. That's a,
They don't give you a
death
Purple
streak.
Heart. If you just
Give them a
like-
death
if you
streak.
just
Put a
walk into
painkiller
the-
fucking emblem on their tomb or something. But don't give them. I guess they're not gonna get special parking if
That's
they're
what
dead.
the show name means.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you park the hearse right here.